The name is?
Mia.
This is Mia.
Hi.
I was approached to do porn.
Wait, you did porn?
I don't know. I'm gonna get f***ed on camera for the first time.
Looking back on it, I don't know what I was thinking. My self-esteem was still very low. It didn't validate me. Nothing like that ever does.
They walked in and gave me the script and told me what I would be wearing, and I said, you are gonna get me killed. Not even a week later, the entire Middle East was after me.
The death threats from ISIS started coming in. I didn't want any of it.
Like, what have you been up to?
I gave up on trying to just lead a normal life, and I was like, okay, now I'm just gonna try and accept that I am Mia Khalifa now, and I'm gonna try and be successful at that, doing something else.
Okay, picture this. Mia Khalifa was in Miami outside of a strip mall when she was approached by a random dude. He handed her a flyer and he asked her if she was interested in joining the porn industry. Now, taking the flyer home, she was hesitant. She was a victim of bullying as a young girl growing up in Maryland due to her weight and her ethnic diversity. Now, sometimes she struggled for acceptance. After 2 weeks of deep thought, well, she phoned the company that approached her and she said yes. And from there, well, her life just wasn't the same. And it didn't take long for her to become the most talked about woman on the internet. In fact, I think I might have played a small role in that whole blow up. Before Mia Khalifa rose to the top of the world of porn in 2015 and would stay way above the competition. Before Michael McCrudden did it before they were famous on Mia Khalifa that brought in over 3.5 million views, shooting 21 movies in the span of 3 months. Well, Mia considers her tenure in the porn industry to be a mistake. Her decision to enter it resulted in constant harassment online, as well as fake accounts that would pose as her and stir up trouble. In late 2017, a fake Mia Khalifa Twitter account, it bashed I Love Friday rapper Smoke Hijabi for a music video in which she wears a hijab while smoking weed. Not realizing the account was fake, well, Smoke Hijabi, she fired back.
Mia Khalifa, you're over here talking about some I give Muslim women a bad image. You're over here getting digged down by 40 minutes right now as you watch this shit.
The rap duo even recorded a song in her name, Mia Khalifa. Now Mia, she's not even Muslim. In fact, she grew up in a strict Catholic family, one that unfortunately disowned her after she got into porn. To top it all off, well, she even had threats from ISIS. Speaking on the controversy, Mia stated, "There are Hollywood movies that depict Muslim in a much worse manner than any scene Bang Bros could produce." Despite these problems, it hasn't stopped her from becoming the most searched porn star on the web and becoming somewhat of a pop culture phenomenon. Don't think so? Well, in April of 2018, a high school student, he even did a PowerPoint presentation on Mia Khalifa.
Mia Khalifa is known for having the best skits and movies she stars in. One of her movies is one of my personal favorites. Is Mia Khalifa is Coming to Dinner.
Even popular athletes such as Heat center Kelly Olynyk and Broncos quarterback Chad Kelly, well, they slid into her DMs. Let's just say, well, it didn't work out too well for them. Now Mia, she's actually quite the accomplished troll, and well, when you've been harassed by everyone online, including ISIS members, well, I guess you pick up a few tricks. Once again, Mia, thank you for the death threat you aimed at me. It really gave birth to this channel. And for this video, we are really rolling out the red carpet and putting in the work like we never have, because Mia, she always deserves the best. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden, and welcome back to Before They Are Famous. Now these videos, they're a little different. We're calling them Epic Before They Are Famous. We've done one on Cardi B, we've done one on Billie Eilish, Nicki Minaj, and now we're doing one on Mia Khalifa. I think this will be the last time I take a stab at her life story. But she's always trending on my page. It's like the most popular video that just keeps on giving. Now, I'm a big fan of Mia, and I've reached out to her hoping that I could work with her on the Rich Life video. Haven't heard back. But Mia, if you're watching this, hope to hear from you. All right, let's get into this story. Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom!
We are about to go on the ice of the Panther Stadium in a Lexus for some reason.
Okay, right out of the gate, we already hit a roadblock. Now, most sources, they list Mia Khalifa's birth name as Mia Calista. Now, while trying to uncover info on her school years, well, we came up with something rather peculiar. In certain yearbook photos of Mia, we'll list her name as Sarah Jo Chamon, or simply Sarah Chamon. Come on, Chamon! What a weird last name. Now, in her military school photos, yeah, there are military photos. Well, her name tag, It even reads Chamon. So it turns out several arguments have stirred up on Reddit, with many claiming that she changed her name from Sarah Chamon to Mia Khalifa. Now, we're not exactly sure what's going on here. Since the world of Reddit, it can be pretty crazy. So let's move on. Assuming her birth name is Sarah, well, she was born on February 10th, 1993 in Beirut, Lebanon. And while she has revealed some details about her early life in the country, well, Mia has kept most of it concealed. However, it is well known that she was born into a heavily Catholic conservative family. Her father, he's apparently a supporter of the Lebanese Christian political party, the Lebanese Forces. Now, Mia herself, she has a tattoo of the Lebanese Forces cross. After joining the world of porn, well, Mia received some criticism online for her representation of Lebanese culture. Even after leaving porn, well, on Lebanon's Independence Day, she tweeted out, "Happy Independence Day to the country I love, but doesn't really love me back. #Lebanon." In a recent interview she did with Playboy, well, Mia revealed that she attended a French private school while in Lebanon. It was here she learned how to speak English. Which is weird, because you think that's where you would learn how to speak French. Anyway, now there's a photo circulating online that appears to be a young Mia in a class photo. Mia also describes some pleasant experiences she had in her home country, like family cookouts that would be thrown in her neighborhood, where the woman would cook the food and the men, well, they would smoke hookah. Now, due to the South Lebanon conflict taking place at the time, well, Lebanon, it was no place for Mia to grow up. Her parents, well, they had their eyes on moving to good old US of A. Now, she stated that her parents, they loved America because it offered a second chance. But they probably never imagined what kind of opportunities this might present for their young daughter. The family relocated to the States in January of 2001, and they settled in Montgomery County, Maryland, just outside of Washington, D.C. Now, Mia's Lebanese heritage, it resulted in numerous instances of bullying and discrimination as a child. The harassment, it intensified after 9/11, with some kids even calling her a terrorist. Now, according to a Playboy interview, Mia Khalifa, she was a huge fan of World of Warcraft in elementary school, and she also played lacrosse. Judging by her numerous posts on social media, well, Mia is a die-hard hockey fan, particularly the Washington Capitals and the star player Andrei Burakovsky. Now, growing up in the suburbs of DC, well, Mia was introduced to the Washington Redskins from her cousin, who were football fans. She is also a big fan of the Washington Nationals baseball team. I'm hoping I got that all correct. Now, no death threats. Now, sports have always been comforting for Mia during times of change. When she eventually moved away to go to school, it was her love of DC sports that made her feel more at home. Commenting on her love of sports, she stated, "Sometimes I complain about the realm of sports being too much of a boys' club and feel overwhelmed trying to break into it and make my voice heard. I now feel ashamed of not using the voice I do have to speak up for those who can't. Sports is a unifying, beautiful part of life that everyone who wants to should have a chance to experience. My first love wasn't a boy, it was a team." For an unspecified period of time, well, Mia attended Northwest High School in Germantown, Maryland. Now, we think we found a Northwest yearbook photo of Mia online, and this is where we first saw the name Sarah Jo. She also attended Massanutten Military School in Woodstock, Virginia. After graduating around 2011, she left home. She was only 18 at the time. It was here she graduated and eventually headed to the University of Texas in El Paso, where she majored in history and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts. Now, to support herself while in college, well, she would work bartending jobs as well as a few modeling gigs on the side. And she apparently posted a couple racy photos to the Reddit.
Nice. All right. What else are we gonna do?
Now, at one point it was said that she was a suitcase girl on the Spanish-speaking version of Deal or No Deal. We tried surfing the web for a possible clip where you may be able to spot her, and we just found this blurry, low-quality video. So your guess is as good as mine.
El número 5.
El número 5, el de Coti. Muy bien.
Now, during her time in college, well, Mia said that she lost about 50 pounds through diet and exercise. She even posted a before and after photo with a message about transformation. She began the message by stating, "Life is about balance. For me, it's balancing my passion and love for food with my health. People ask me all the time how I eat so much and stay skinny. It hasn't always been that way, and it takes a shit ton of fucking work. It's not good genes or a young metabolism." Now, while Mia has gotten in shape, she stated that her extreme weight loss, it resulted in her breasts becoming deformed. She soon underwent surgery to enhance their size. And if you're wondering how big, well, here's a clip.
I've got big buns.
Big buns. You do? How big are those buns?
34 double D.
In 2011, at the age of just 18, well, Mia married her high school sweetheart. Now, we did some searching online and we couldn't exactly find his name. We did, however, read that once she got married, well, Mia changed her legal name to Sarah Jo O'Brien. We also found several photos of the two of them, well, madly in love. The fairy tale would come to an end, and Mia and her husband, they would separate in 2014. And eventually it ended in divorce in 2016. But before all that, well, after graduation, well, it's reported that Mia Khalifa, she worked at a burger joint, Whataburger. She and her husband, they had relocated to Miami, and then she found employment at Fuddruckers, a southern restaurant chain. While outside of her workplace in a strip mall that the Fuddruckers was located, well, she was crossing the street one day when a regular customer, he stopped beside her. And all of a sudden, well, he had a proposition for her.
Do I know you? And I said, I'm your cashier from the burger restaurant. And you basically just said, oh, okay.
Although the story of a bubbly and cheerful Mia Khalifa talking with the porn recruiter, it's been told time and time again, well, it turns out this story might not be true at all. Listen to what she had to say more recently.
I had to do some research, and so you worked at Whataburger, right?
I did not.
Did you not? Is that
not.
all made
I
up?
worked at Whataburger.
Is that all made up?
Where did
It
you
is
research?
all made up.
I did
Yeah.
At this time, Mia, she was 21 and she was looking for validation. Now, during her interview with Lance Armstrong, she admitted her college days, they were sort of underwhelming, and she wasn't really a party girl who would put herself out there. Hell, while most students end up gaining weight through constant eating and drinking, well, Mia, she took the time to lose 50 pounds. Now, earlier that year in February, her Reddit photos, they had also resurfaced, and she decided to go ahead and follow up with Scoreland. Not long after, well, she filmed her very first scene.
Mia Khalifa is your girlfriend. 143, baby. I think she's the one. You know what she does for a living, right?
How many have there been?
Oh, corporate, I thought you knew.
In October of 2014, the quiet Lebanese girl from a strict Catholic family, well, she signed a contract with Bang Bros. Now, while she reportedly claimed to be a proud Bang Bros contract girl via Twitter, her first giant scene was a threesome with Brazzers. Now in it, her and another girl, they engaged in sexual intercourse while wearing hijabs, of course, on their heads.
How can you do this in this house? You know
This is my boyfriend!
Mia, you know how your dad, how the way he's thinking, you know how religion's how it is, Mia.
While the video gained millions of hits, Mia began receiving criticism from the Muslim community, with many dubbing the video bigoted and Islamophobic. Now after a 3-month career, her life began falling apart. Aside from troubles with her family, she was also receiving Twitter threats from alleged ISIS members. When one user stated that she would be the first person in hellfire, well, Mia replied, "I've been meaning to get a little tan recently." Oh, that's good. She's sharp on social media. In early 2015, she was to sign an extended contract with Bang Bros, but all the negative attention she was getting, well, it led her to calling it quits. She left the industry, she transformed her online popularity then into a social media career, where she would begin posting vlogs as well as live streams via webcam.
It's not gonna get lost in the sauce. I'm just gonna cook it in the sauce. Don't ever get lost in the sauce. Clip that.
During her interview with Lance Armstrong on his podcast, The Forward, well, Mia, now 25 years old, a sports commentator, well, she admitted that she joined the industry out of low self-esteem. Living in Austin, Texas, she has reinvented herself as a popular social media personality with over 2.37 million followers on Twitter and 12.1 million on Instagram. Now, she also has a strong YouTube presence with 2 separate channels, one on her own and one with her boyfriend, Rob.
You guys have sent in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of questions. Some of them were really good. Some of them were really just absolute
As for the rest of the story, well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Or maybe I'll come out of retirement and tell it again. Because this is our epic before they were famous. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Mia Khalifa, you are absolutely amazing. As I was filming this video, I realized if it weren't for you, I wouldn't exist. So I thank you so much. I think Hollywood, I don't know if Hollywood's happy, but hey, thank you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out our other epic before they were famous videos. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you guys in another video. Boom! What a sweetheart. I love her. This is like my Christmas present. Getting to do this one more time.